Living on a thin line can get a little irregular around the margins at times. Throughout The Sopranos, they do an excellent job of illustrating that constant back and forth for Tony, and at times other characters, between their civilian and family life at home and their other family and world that exists out on the street. So these are some of my favorite moments that highlight those instantaneous or near instantaneous transitions and how close and how far those two worlds and families really are.
Let me go! Let me go! Listen!
So in this scene in season 1, episode 3, Denial, Anger, Acceptance, Tony and Carmela are at Meadow's school concert, and we transition back and forth from her concert to Christopher getting jumped by these guys as punishment for jacking the Comley Trucks with Brendan Filone. But Christopher thinks he's getting jumped because Tony found out that he gave Meadow crystal meth. And why did Christopher give Meadow Soprano crystal meth? Well, Meadow asked for it. She said she needed something to help her keep up with the SAT studying and extracurriculars, blah, 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 you know, all those regularness of life tasks. It isn't every day that you're taking your daughter on a college tour in New England and then you find a rat on the side of the road at a gas station.
Because of how I told myself, it's just a coincidence. It's taking this little girl to college.
I've heard of beauty school dropouts, but witness protection dropouts? As soon as Tony's finished with Febby, we see him look up at the sky as ducks fly across in that classic V shape. And then we instantly transition to Tony picking up Meadow from her tour around Colby College.
See you tomorrow morning!
Down at the gym! I'm going for a run! Catch you later! I'll meet you there! Where have you been?
And that was the beginning of the modern television anti-hero. Next up. So here we are in season 2, episode 6, The Happy Wanderer, at the famous executive card game.
3 beautiful kings. Flush.
The Happy Wanderer is actually one of my favorite episodes, and I particularly love the back and forth banter throughout the whole card game. They do a great job in this upcoming scene of illustrating duality, the concept of good and evil, dark and light, and they illustrate this through night turning into day.
Give me some food.
Off to school she goes. Next up. So if I had to pick one episode with the best and most impactful Sopranos transitions, it would definitely be University for me.
So you think I should get an abortion?
Believe me, what Ralphie is the father, you'll be doing this kid and the next 3 generations a favor.
Hey, Urban Outfitters is having a sale.
We're out of syrup.
Could you use a whole gallon at a time?
Shut up.
Hey, Jay.
So as you could see, there's an instant transition here from Tony talking to Tracy about getting an abortion so she can do the next few generations a favor, to Tony's own next generation, sitting at the breakfast table reading the paper and whining about being out of syrup.
Oh, boy, you! Yeah, now get in the car!
And then I go to pour the milk and the carton is empty.
We can have an entire conversation, but if that TV's on, he's not hearing a word I'm saying.
One time this happened.
You understand? I asked you a question.
Don't forget it, Gab. You might as well be talking to the furniture.
Well, that's because men have the attention span of children. That's how you talk to a man in front of his friends?
Yeah, right. What man?
Oh! I'm sorry, honey. What'd you say?
Next up.
Well, here's something I never thought I'd say.
Here in this episode, Tony, Sil, and Ralph are laughing as they toast to the profits from their HUD scan, and then we instantly transition into the other Soprano world of Adriana's bridal shower, where all the ladies are sitting around laughing.
To the federal government.
Depends on which department.
Next up.
Where are we going?
Driving you to the job.
So when it comes to Tony's inner psyche, there's of course a limit to what we see on the surface, which is something we all naturally experience to one degree or another. And then in Tony's therapy appointments with Dr. Melfi, we're able to get down to that next level, where there's more candor and information, but that hits the inevitable wall at some point too. So then at the next level, Tony's dream sequences bring us down deeper past that point where he pauses with Melfi. And these dream sequences are where we learn what Tony's feeling most vulnerable about at any given time. And there's quite a lot going on in the test dream.
Tony,
What? Give me a minute.
can you pull yourself away for once? Your head is filled with this stuff.
It's just that it's so much more interesting
Then what?
than life.
What, are you kidding me? It is your life.
So throughout this episode, we see Tony in multiple places. At home, at Tony B's, at the Plaza Hotel, having dinner at Vesuvio, riding in different cars, outside running from a big crowd, riding a horse, in the hallway of his high school, and other places too. But what it illustrates for me is the true blending and mixing together of his worlds, which I know I've discussed a couple times already in this video. But specifically, it's about the difficulty and near impossibility, really, of putting up firm boundaries or drawing clear lines and margins between the lives of these two Tonys, so to speak, or to whoever it is. So throughout this episode, we see Tony in multiple places. At home, at Tony B's, at the Plaza Hotel, having dinner at Vesuvio, riding in different cars, outside running from a big crowd, riding a horse, in the hallway of his high school. Next up. So here we are in season 6, episode 4, the fleshy part of the thigh, where Tony has just gotten released from the hospital and he's getting out of bed to walk around, and he goes out to his backyard pool.
As separate entities is simply the way we choose to perceive. They appear to be two things, right? Two separate things, but they're not. The fact is, nothing is separate. Everything is connected.
That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I hope you enjoyed this video overall, because I had a lot of fun making it.